Hello friend, my name is Ajaz and welcome back to my channel Pro Learner. In this video we are going to discuss about browser object model, or you can say BOM. Okay, in BOM or browser object model we manipulate our browser screen, you can say browser window. Here you can see this is our browser window. Okay, and here you can see we have some of the option: back, forward, refresh, minimize, maximize, and cut, or you can say close the browser. We can do all of the thing with the help of browser object model. We can resize, we can use scroll, we can access the history, which is forward and backward is with the help of history. Okay, now let's see some of the thing that we use in browser. This is called the window of the browser. You can say this is the window of the browser, and we manipulate this window with the help of browser object model. Okay, it can be the browser of Chrome, it can be the browser of Firefox, it can be the browser of Opera, it can be the browser of Internet Explorer. But you already know we are in 2022, Internet Explorer is not working, that's why we are not going to discuss about this. Okay, then it can be the browser of Edge, which is provided by the Microsoft. Okay, now after that, what thing we can do with the help of browser? We can get with height of the browser window, we can open and close browser window. We cannot use here in all of this method, we are not using the mouse with the help of mouse. Okay, we are using the BOM browser object model to do get height and set the height and width of the browser window, open the window and close the window, move and resize the browser window, scroll the browser window, get the URL, host name, protocol of the browser window. And we can also get the history. History means this back button, forward button, and we can also refresh. Okay, now after that we will see how we can practically implement BOM or browser object model. Now we are going to discuss about BOM height and width. We have four methods for that. First is inner height, and after that inner width, and outer height and outer width. Now first let's discuss about inner height. Inner height means, for example, when we open our console, here you see this is our console of browser. Okay, now here this is called the inner height, and this is called from here to here outer height. And similarly, if you open console at sidebar, for example here we have console at the side. Okay, now this is called from here to here, this is called inner width, and this is called from here to at the end. Okay, and we have outer width. Okay, now we will see how we can practically implement this. Okay, now we are going to see how we can practically implement inner height and outer height, and after that inner width and outer width, and what is the difference between inner height and inner width, and outer height and outer width. Okay, now this is the document of HTML which I use. Here I don't have any HTML code, I just connect the JavaScript file with the help of script tag, and here we have script.js file. Within this we don't have any code now, and this is the file format I am using. I just use a folder. Within this folder we have two files. Okay, now let's see how we can practically implement inner height. For that we have to declare a variable var, and after that I height equals to, now here we are providing Windows because we are targeting Windows because all browser object model is comes under Windows. And after that dot, and here I use inner height, and after that semicolon, and here I use console dot log, and after that I provide this is inner height, and after that concat with I height, and here I provide semicolon, and after that where O height, equals to, here again we have to provide window dot outer height, and after that semicolon, and here we have to just use console dot log, and here we use this is outer height, then concat with O height, and here we have to again provide colon and O height. Okay, now after that semicolon, and now let's save and come here and go to the inspect. Now let's see what will happen. You can see we have inner height 730 and this is outer height which is 820. If I just increase a little bit inner height and just refresh, you can see now inner height is increased and outer height is still same. Okay, when I increase a little bit the console window, you can see the inner height is decreased and the outer height is remains same. But okay, now when I refresh, you can see the inner height is changed and outer height is also changed. Here you can see when I increase window of the browser, the both height is increased. When I just decrease this, when I just decrease the console, you can see it increase the inner height only, because our inner height is from here to here and our outer height is from here to at the end of the window of the browser. Okay, now after that we have to just use a on resize event. Why? Because we have to refresh again and again, that's why we use resize function. And after that we provide round braces, and here we call the on resize function because we don't need to refresh again and again. Function resize function, and here we have to paste this code, and here, and now let's save. When I resize the window, you can see it print multiple times. Okay, now I just use here console dot clear. Now let's save. Okay, here you can see our console change the height and width, and we can see automatically it reflect to our windows. Okay, when I just increase or when I just decrease, you can see the change. When I just resize, you can see the change. Okay, now after that we have to use inner width and outer width. For that I just change the variable name here, I width, and here we use inner width, and after that here we have to change I width, and here we change O width, and here also change outer width, and here again we have to change O width. Now let's save. Okay, you can see when I just resize the window, you can see the change. Now here we have 778 inner width, or we have to change the message also, width. Okay, now let's save. When I just scroll, you can see the inner width is just little bit smaller than the outer. Why? Because outer width count this white border also from here to here, and inner is count the inside. When I just click here and just move to this, and after that you can see when I just decrease, you can see the inner width also increase. When I increase the console, you can see the inner width is decreasing and our outer width is still the same. This is something like that we discuss about height. Okay, when I increase the height width from here, you can see both are increase and decrease when I just go to here. Okay, just increase the VS Code window. Okay, now this is how we can use inner width and inner height and outer width and outer height. Now we are going to discuss about open window and close window in BOM. Okay, browser object model. Okay, now first of all we provide windows, and after that dot open, and here we provide 3 parameters. These all parameters are optional. If you provide, it perform according to the parameter. If you are not providing, it will also fine, it work fine. Okay, now what is URL? You know the full form of URL is Uniform Resource Locator, and we provide any URL. For example, we provide http, https, then colon, then backslash, then www.youtube.com, for example, youtube.com. Okay, now after that we have name. You can provide any name, first window, last window, XYZ, ABC. Okay, now we can provide also these 4 parameters instead of name. First is blank. For example, this is our window where I provide a button, and here I provide target blank. It means it open another tab and open the URL, or it will create a new window also. And if we provide parent, it means it open the link in the current window. And self and top are the frame parameter. If you want to know self and top, please find the video link in the I button. I already discussed about these 4 parameters in detail in our HTML and CSS video series. Okay, now after that we specify the height, width, left and top. Height width means the opening window height and width, but what is left and top? When we want to open our new frame at a particular position, for example from here we have some here gap of 500, for example 500 pixel from top, and again we have 500 pixel from left, and it will open our new window open at here. This is called left and top margin, you can say. Okay, now we will see how we can practically implement this in our JavaScript. Okay, now we'll see how we can open and close a window with the help of a button. I just create a button here, button, and after that we provide a on click event, open window, and I just copy the name of this window. Okay, now here I just link our JavaScript with the help of script tag, and here we come and define the function open window, and after that we use window dot open, and here we provide this, and now let's save, and we have to provide the text here between the tag open new window. Now let's save. You can see the button. Now I just refresh, and when I click here you can see a new and blank tab is open. Okay, when I here provide in URL, I provide https://www.youtube.com. now let's save, and I just cut this blank page, and when I click here you can see YouTube is open. Okay, I just cut down, and after that we provide the name. For example, I provide new window. Now let's save. When I click, you can see nothing is reflected as new window. Now here if I provide underscore blank and underscore blank, now let's save. When I click, it run as it is running before, because we by default it is blank. When I click, when I change this underscore parent, now let's save. When I click here, you can see YouTube is opening here. Okay, now I just leave it as it is by default, and after that we provide code, and here we provide width equals to 500 pixel, then comma, then height equals to 500 pixel. Now let's save. When I click, you can clearly see now it is opening in a new window. Okay, and you can see it is having 0 margin from left and 0 margin from top. Now let's provide left and right. Okay, now let's provide left and top. First of all, I provide left equals to 400 pixel, and then comma, top equals to 400 pixel. Now let's save. When I click, you can see it is opening from here 400 and here 400 pixel, and I decrease 400 to 300. You can see the change. Now let's save, or I just cut this out and I just open. You can see now it is 300 and 300. Okay, after open window, now we are going to create close window button. For that, I just copy this and paste here, and here I just change close window, and after that I just change this open with close. Now here we have to provide the functionality. For that we have to use function, and after that we paste the name, and here we provide the curly bracket. and here we have to store this in a variable so that we can close the window. We use var my window. Okay, now I just use my window equals to this, and after that here in the function we use my window dot close, and after that round bracket and then semicolon. Now let's save, and here I provide two br tag for spacing purpose. Now let's save. You can see when I click here, YouTube is open. When I click here, you can see YouTube is closed. When I just remove the top and left, okay, I just remove the top and left here. Okay, now let's save. When I click, you can see it open here. When I click here, you can see Windows is closed. Okay, we already see how we can create a new window with the help of window.open, and after that we provide the some parameter. Now we will see how we can move that window with the help of move by and move to method. Okay, for example, if we create a window B with the help of window A, and after that we want to move this by 100 pixel from top and 100 pixel from left, we can do with the help of move by method and move to method. Okay, now we will see how we can practically implement this. Okay, now we will see how we can practically implement move to method first. Okay, for that we have to create a button. I just first use br tag for spacing purpose, and after that I create a button, and here I provide move button, and after that I here provide click event on click, and here I use move function, and after that round bracket, and I just copy this name, and provide the functionality here. First you can see we store the open window function. When I click, you can see the open window of YouTube. Okay, now this is stored in a variable my window. Okay, we use that variable here, use function, and after that I paste the function name, then round bracket and then curly bracket, and I use my window dot move to, and here we have to provide two parameters, left and right. I just use 100, 100. Now after that I provide semicolon. Now let's save. When I click, you can see it is open. Okay, when I click here, you can see it will not move. It is not moving 100 pixels from top and 100 pixel from left. Why? Because I'll show you the error. What is the error? You can see uncaught DOM exception, block a frame with origin. Okay, it means we cannot move any window of any URL that is like YouTube, Google and so on. So that we have to just remove this URL, and I just provide a blank, and after that I provide a text with the help of my window dot document dot write, and here we provide p tag. After that I just provide some text. This is new window. Okay, now after that I just save, and here when I click, you can see this is open. When I click here, you can see it move 100 from top and 100 from left. Okay, I just decrease the size of this. I 300 and 300. Now let's save. Now after that you can see it work fine. When you click here another window is created. When you click here, it moved to here. Okay, you can clearly see you can create so many new windows. Okay, I just cut, and after that we see move by method. For that you have to understand this image. First of all, we have this image. When we use move to method, it take from the distance from the top. For example, if we provide 100 and 100 it take. Okay, when we provide by default left and top, here you can see when I provide top and left 50-50 pixel, you can see when I click, and after that when I click move, it move 100 pixel only. If here I provide 100, for example, you can see there is no difference. If I provide 100 and here also 100, now let's save. When I click, you can see it take 100 and 100. When I move, you can see nothing is happened. Why? Because it is already 100 pixel. It not move 100 pixel from left and right. But when we provide here move by, now let's save. When I click, you can see it is 100 pixel here and 100 pixel here. When I click on move, you can see now it is 200 pixel from here and 200 pixel from here. Okay, this is the main difference between move to and move by method. Now we are going to see how we can resize the created window. We have two methods for that, resize by and resize to. Now let's see how we can do that with the help of practical implementation, and we will also see the difference between resize by and resize to. Okay, we can practically implement resize to and resize by method. Okay, for that we have to just first provide PR tag, and here also PR tag, and after that I use button, and here we use resize button, and after that I just use here on click event, and here we provide resize function, and after that I just copy the name of this function. Here you can see I store my new window in a variable my window. Okay, we use that variable. Okay, I just declare a function and paste the function name, and after that I use my window dot resize, and after that we have to provide 2, and here we provide by default it is 300 and 300. I just remove left and top. Okay, now after that I just use here 400 comma 400. Now by default it is 300. Now let's save. You can see by default it is 300. When I open, you can see it is 300. When I click here, you can see it increase by 100. Okay, when I just remove and I use here by, now let's save. When I click, you can see by default it is 300 and 300, but when I click, now you can see it is 300 plus 400, which is 700. Now it is 700 from here and 700 from here. Okay, when I just decrease a little bit, I just provide 100, and here also we provide 100. Now let's save. When I open, you can see by default it is 100. Okay, okay, now you can see the button. When I click here, now it is 500 and 500, 100 and 100, and 400 and 400, which is 500. Okay, this is how you can use resize to and resize by method in JavaScript. Now we are going to see how we can scroll window with the help of BOM. For that we have two methods. First is scroll to method and another is scroll by method. Okay, first of all we have vertical scroll, which is nothing but when you scroll from here, it is called vertical scroll or y-axis in our geometry. This is y-axis, this is x-axis and y-axis. Okay, we can provide positive value and negative value, and similarly negative value and positive value. For example, if we want to scroll downward, then we provide positive value, and if we want to scroll upward with the help of button, then we provide negative value. For positive, we don't need to specify positive, but if we want to give negative value, then we have to provide minus sign. Okay, similarly we have horizontal scroll bar, which is x-axis, and here we can also provide positive value. If we want to move here, then we provide positive, and if we want to move from here to here, then we provide negative value. Okay, now we'll see how we can practically implement this. Okay, now this is the document which I used to show you the window scroll. Okay, for that, first of all, we have an HTML tag. Okay, here you can see, and after that we wrap our paragraph of 1000 word in our div. Okay, now here we provide a styling of paragraph with after that we specify the border. You can see green color border. After that we have 1000 word, and at the end we have a button out of this div. Okay, you can see we style the height and width, and after that we fix the position of the button with the help of position of CSS, and after that we provide left and bottom, and this is you can see. Okay, now after that we have to provide a on click function, on click event you can say, and here we provide scroll function, and after that I just copy this. Okay, and here I just use function and then paste, and after that we use this, and here we use window dot scroll by, and after that we provide, first of all let's see the vertical scroll. For that we have to provide 0 at the x-axis, and here we provide 50 pixels from the top. Okay, now let's save, and I just minimize our this document, and here you can see clearly when I click, you can see it move downward 50 pixel, and I click here, you can see at the end it come to the down. Okay, when I provide here minus, now let's save. Okay, when now I click, you can see it goes upward direction. Okay, now at the end it is stop, because we don't have to move further. Okay, now after that I just decrease a little bit because we have to see x-axis scroll bar. Okay, now here you can see this is the x-axis scroll bar. Okay, I just provide here, I just use 0. Okay, now here I provide 50 pixel. Now let's save. When I click, you can see it move 50 pixel, and it goes and goes on. Okay, now after that if we provide here minus, and now let's save. When I click, you can see it move backward. Okay, now after this we have scroll to. Okay, just I provide here scroll to. Now here I first provide 0, 0, and I just come here, and from here I just come here. When I click this button, you can clearly see it come to the beginning of the horizontal and vertical scroll bar. Okay, when I provide 50 here, for example 50, now let's save. When I come to the end of this, okay, you can see it left this margin 50 pixel, because if I provide 100, it leave the 100 pixel from the starting. When I come here, okay, now when I click, you can see it has a 100 pixel margin from the beginning. Similarly, we can provide from here also 100 pixel. Now let's save. First we have to come here at the end, and we come here from the here. When I click, you can see both having 100 pixel margin. If I provide here minus, let's see what will happen. Now let's save. When I come to the end and come to the end, you can see it come to the beginning and beginning, because it take only positive value. If take minus 100, it take as 0, it come to the initial point. Okay, now we are going to see BOM history function. First of all, we have first property, which is called length. If we have multiple pages open in a single tab or window, then we have forward button and backward button, and the total number of pages is equals to length, and length is the total number of pages of single tab. Okay, now after that we have back to backward. For if we want to go to backward without any clicking this back button, then we have backward function. If we want go to the forward, then we have forward function. And if we want both of this in a single way, we can define either backward and either forward with the help of go function. Okay, now we will see how we can practically implement this. Okay, hello friend, now we are going to see the length property. For that we have to just go to the console. Here we have to go to this console, and here I write console dot log, and after that we use history dot length, and after that semicolon. Now let's enter. You can see we have one length because we don't have forward and backward option. I just copy this URL, and after that I just remove and use google.com. I hit enter. Now here you can see we open another page, and after that I just use example.com and hit enter. Here you can see we have 3 pages now. Now after that, if I back, you can see we have forward option here. Now if I type console, and here we use history dot length, and after that if I enter, you can see we have 3 pages. That's why the length of the history is now 3. Okay, now after that I am going to here create a button. First we use br tag, and after that I use button, and here I provide back button, and after that I provide a click event on click, and here I provide back function, and I will just copy this function name and here define the function, and here I provide, now here I provide history.back. Now after that let's save. Okay, we have to I just copied this name, just paste the link. Okay, now you can see the button and backward button is also enabled. When I click, you can see we back to the example.com. okay, here you can see it is completely working fine. When I click here, you can see we come back to the example.com. when I click here, you can see this is also work the same. okay, now after that I provide another button. I just copy this and paste here, and here I just provide forward button. And here I just use forward function, and I just copy the name of the function and here define the function. Now after that I use history dot forward. Now let's save. okay, we have to come here. You can see we are now at the initial page. When I click here, you can see we come back to the google.com. okay, when I click here, you can see it will also work the same. Similarly, after that we use go function. For that we have to just copy and paste here. okay, now here I just use go function, go, and after that I just provide here go. Now let's save. okay, here you can see we have 3 buttons. okay, now here I just provide function. After that we provide here history dot go, and after that we have to pass the value. If we provide the positive value, then it will work as a forward button. If I provide minus value, then it will work as a backward button. okay, we can provide 1, 2, any number. If we provide here positive 2, now let's save. When I click, you can see we jump 2 page. Here you can see we jump 2 page. When I here provide, we have to just go to this page. okay, when I here provide minus, now let's save, and I click, you can see we jump back to the 2 page backward. okay, we jump 2 page backward. okay, you can see we have after 2 page we have this google.com from the end. okay, now so this is how you can use history function in JavaScript. Hope you like this video. If you did, please subscribe my channel and share with your friend, and bye bye.